Every cord cutting tutorial that I've ever seen starts the same way. There's an altar, there are candles, there's even a moon phase. And none of that is wrong. But here's what no one tells you. The candles were never doing the work. You were. So I'm going to show you today the cord cutting method that I use when I want it to be quick, private, and real. No candles, no altar, and no waiting for the right moon phase. It's just string, scissors, and your own intention. So first, what actually is a cord cutting spell? The core idea is energetic severance. You're not trying to erase a person from your life or curse anyone or wish them harm. You're cutting the energetic tie, and that's it. The attachment, the loop, the thing that keeps pulling your energy back towards something that doesn't work for you. It could be a relationship, an old job, a version of yourself you're trying to leave behind, a habit, grief, whatever you're holding on to that doesn't work for you anymore. And the thing is, until you realize that that thing doesn't work for you anymore, you're going to keep creating the tie. The cord is a metaphor, but metaphors are powerful. They give your mind something physical and final to act on, and that's why this works. It's also why the candle was never strictly necessary. The candle is a prop for your focus. If your focus is already there, then you don't need the candle. So you need three things. One is a piece of string, thread, or a cord. It can be any kind or any color. And if you want to get intentional about it, black absorbs, red represents connection. But honestly, whatever you have is fine. 2, you need something to cut it with. It could be a knife or scissors or your hands. The cutting is the act and the tool matters less than the intention. 3, you need a very clear intention. It cannot be vague. It has to be very specific. Not, I want to feel better, but I'm cutting the tie that keeps me anxious about what they think of me, as an example. The more specific it is, the more that it works. And that's it. You don't need anything else. So how do you do it? First, you're gonna find somewhere quiet. You don't need privacy from the whole world. You just need 2 or 3 uninterrupted minutes. You hold the string between both hands, one end in your right, one in your left. The left hand represents the past, the connection, and the thing that you're releasing, and the right hand represents you, your present self, your energy, and your intention going forward. You're going to take a breath, and you're going to name what you're cutting, out loud if you can, or silently if you need to. Don't perform it, and don't dress it up. Just say what's true. I am cutting the tie between me and the anxiety I carry about blank. And you fill that in. Feel the string between your hands. This is the cord. You're not imagining. You're working with a physical anchor for something real. Take your scissors, or whatever that you're cutting with, and cut the string in one clean motion. Somewhere in the middle, and don't hesitate, and don't saw at it, just cut it. And what you do next matters. Don't just drop the string and walk away. You can hold both ends for a moment and feel that they're now separate. Then, and this is the part people skip, release the end in your left hand first and let it go intentionally. You can say something as simple as, I release this, and then put down the right end. That piece is yours to keep or dispose of however feels right. But that left piece, the connection end, you can burn it, bury it, or throw it away. Move it out of your space. And then wash your hands with cold water. This is grounding. It signals to your nervous system that the work is done. So I want to be real with you about something. This doesn't work if you go looking for the cord again afterwards, as I said before. Cord cutting isn't a one-time fix for something that you're still actively feeding. If you cut and then spend the next 3 days replaying the situation in your head, or going over through texts that they sent you because you guys had an argument, for example, or you're checking their Instagram, social media, etc., then you're reweaving the cord as fast as you cut it. Here's the thing, the spell creates a moment of severance, but it's up to you to be mindful enough to say, okay, I already did this and therefore I'm letting it go. And you don't look back. What you do with that moment is the actual work, and that's what's going to determine if it works or if it doesn't. The spell creates the moment of severance. Again, some people need to do this multiple times for the same thing, and that's not failure. That's honesty about how deep the tie runs. You may have to do this a few times before you're fully ready to say, I'm done. And you're done. Each time you have to mean it a little bit more if you have to do this cord cutting multiple times. But do not feed it. That's the problem. Don't feed it. And you may not have to do the cord cutting again. But in your mind, you have to make sure that if you're ready to let it go, then you're ready to let it go. And that's it. There's no altar, no moon phase required. Just you, a piece of string, and the decision to actually let something go. And if you try this, I genuinely love to know how it went for you. Not to perform the practice, just to close a loop. Sometimes naming that it worked is part of how it works. Next week, I'm getting into something that I think trips up a lot of practitioners. The difference between the dark moon and the new moon, and why treating them the same can actually undermine your spell work. That one goes up on Sunday, so I'll see you then.